We're gonna go through my Pinterest board for our guest room. We are gonna head to a really cute little pastry shop for a coffee. Good morning, guys. Today I am getting started on figuring out our guest room makeover. If you've watched the channel for a while, you might have seen the room before, but it's been through multiple stages of life. It was blue, a light icy blue, and then I painted it all this like really bright pink. On camera, it reads like way more muted, but in person, it's very cool toned and very pink. If I hold up this book, like that color pink, the light part. On camera, reads muted. In real life, it's very, very pink, which it kind of sucks because when I picked it out, I wanted it to be more of a muted color. It just, when it's on the walls and with the lights in here, the way like the natural light comes in, it's a lot more cool and bright pink than what I wanted. So my idea was to try painting all the walls this really pretty color by Sharon Williams called, I think it's Double Latte. I'll put like a link in the description to it if you like it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and paint the room this color and then potentially add in some, I don't know if it's called board and batten or like the molding that goes only halfway up your wall. When you come up our stairs to the second floor, this is the first room that you see. So I really think it's important that it looks good and inviting. And right now it's kind of just giving like girls' room, which is, it's cute and everything, but I kind of wanted to match the rest of the house with like the warm browns and greens and those kind of shades that we've been doing for the rest of the house. Yeah, that's kind of the plan. Today is going to be about figuring out the paint color and kind of figuring out the woodworking and what all we really want to do in the space, because I don't want to waste my time painting all the walls if we're going to end up repainting the bottom half or something. I guess let's sit down, get started on making a mood board or like figuring out my design. Okay, so we're gonna go through my Pinterest board for our guest room just to kind of go over where my inspiration's at and what I want to do with this room this year. I'm probably not gonna get started on this project for like another month or so just because we're focusing on the crown molding downstairs. Still want to start planning ahead so I kind of have a direction and an idea of where I want to go. Here's my guest room board. And as you can see, I have this board and batten wall detailing that I really want to do. So like this is my main inspiration right now, is halfway up the wall or maybe higher. I want to do this board and batten with just a ton of detail work. So like adding a piece of trim on top and then adding additional trim like in the rectangles basically in the molding, just to add a little extra something. And then on top of it, if we do paint this white to match the baseboards, then on top, I would like to have this latte color that we have on the wall, probably. I did want to do a wallpaper, but like I just don't think I'm confident enough to do it. And also our like walls are all really uneven, so I feel like it would just be very challenging. And I'm not sure if I want to do that right now. And then I saved a few different ideas of curtains. So I had these like really pretty coastal striped linen cotton curtains, which I think would be beautiful in here instead of the like stark white ones we had before. Or I thought these were really pretty, these linen floral curtains with a little bit of dusty pink on them. So still having those little pink moments, but again, I'm just trying to make the whole room not like too pink, you know? So moving on though, I did save this picture here with this background behind the bed, but I just don't really think I like the shiplap as much. So I think I want to go the board and batten route, but I do like how this is styled, very eclectic, mix of old and new, really pretty. This is like a main inspiration picture for me. So we actually have a brass bed like this, but I want to basically like get the new bedding that to go kind of more with a theme like this. So like have some reds or browns in the bedding, different patterns, because right now we just have a plain gray on the bed, and I think adding some more color and pattern would be really, really pretty. And at least we'll be able to keep our current bed frame. So that's one less thing to do. And I think changing your bedding can like really transform a room. And it's not too expensive if you can like go to Home Goods or Marshalls or somewhere like that to find it. This is more my inspiration now. So that there's that really pretty like brownie color with a slight pink hint to it, which is kind of the latte color. That was my inspiration for that. The only other thing that I don't know if I mentioned was this wall here. I want to lower the mirror and I want to get 2 vintage style sconces to go on either side of it to create like a little vanity area. Since I don't really work from this desk ever, I would love to turn it into somewhere I could like do my makeup and get ready, or if someone stays here, they can get ready very easily here. Yeah, the main 3 changes is going to be adding board and batten to the walls, obviously like painting them whatever colors I decide to do, and then the bedding, fully redoing all the bedding in here, And I guess a fourth change as well is adding sconces on either side of the mirror. So I think with those 4 changes, it's gonna be like a complete difference. That's the plan right now. I'll probably update you guys and make a whole video once I start this project, just showing you the transformation. But for now, we're just gonna get our inspiration and go from there. Me still in my pajamas. It's been kind of a slow morning and I'm just trying to basically do all of the measurements for the downstairs trim that we're gonna do this weekend. Me and Ben went ahead and we measured all the area in the living room and in the dining room. From the numbers I just looked at, I think we're gonna need 7 pieces of trim in the dining room and 9 pieces for in here. Hopefully I can get all the trim work for $250 or less. I'm really hoping. We'll see what Lowe's has, but that's kind of my plan, is to head to Lowe's after work and pick out the trim we want, hopefully bring it back, and then this weekend we'll focus on getting it started downstairs and then focus on measuring and doing the upstairs once it's done in the living room and dining room. It's kind of cracked though. Nice and like traditional. Okay, so this is the trim we ended up going with. Ben's holding it. I really like it. It's like 3 3/5 inches tall and it's kind of like a traditional style, so we like it. It is the next day and we are gonna start installing crown molding in our living room. I think for today or for this weekend, that might be the only room we do. I'm not sure if we're gonna get to the dining room, but I still think this is a good place to start. I ended up spending a total of like $190, I think, for all the trim that we needed for the living rooms. It's a little bit more expensive than what I was planning for, but I think it's gonna add a lot of value to the house and I think it's gonna look really, really good. Let's go figure out the measurements and cut everything how we need and hope that the install goes good. All right, we are back in the tool room, the saw room here. We think we've done our measurements right, but we're gonna start with the 2 outside corners that are above where the TV is on the fireplace, since I think it's gonna be the hardest part to get right. Yeah, we measured. Let's try cutting the first piece. Morning guys, it is like 9 a.m. right now and I just got up and got ready because we are gonna head to a really cute little pastry shop for a coffee and a croissant, maybe some other stuff for breakfast. We're gonna go there, maybe do a little bit of thrifting or antiquing, and then when we come back we have to finish the crown molding. We were very humbled, I would say, last night because it's a lot more complicated than what I thought, like for the cuts. So we did make like a mistake over there in that corner, so we'll have to do some fixing. You know, we did get this piece up, this corner and the top of the fireplace, so it's not a complete waste, but we have a lot of work to do for today. What are you seeing here? Okay, so we just got back from the antique store and I got some really, really cool stuff, so I thought I'd show you guys. I got 3 things basically. So the first one I got is this really cool ornate plate. It says it's from England, I believe. I paid $10 for it, but I think that's not too bad. And I do plan on hanging it as like wall art. So 10 bucks for some art, not too bad. The next thing that I ended up getting, I got a set of 3 of these bowls that I thought were just so pretty. They're also made in England. They say Chelsea roses, genuine hand engraved. So I thought like these could be pretty for like a table setting, or if I do like have people over and want to put some different like little nuts or candies or I don't know, dips, they could be useful. So I got a set of 3 of these. They were $8 each, which is a little pricey, but I just really loved them. So I splurged and I paid for them. And the final item, I have seen these now 3 weeks in a row every time I went to this antique store. And I feel like by the 3rd time I really wanted them, it was like a sign I should get them. So I got a set of 2 of these beautiful mirrors. Look how gorgeous those are. Literally so beautiful. I have no clue, I guess, where they're from or what they're made of, but I just thought they were really gorgeous. And I think I want to put them on the sides of the new cabinet we got in the dining room. I think that would just add a little bit of, you know, a nice little touch of art to the wall, and it'll reflect light from the windows. Yeah, I'm super happy. I spent a little under $60, but everything I got is super cute and is super worth it to me. But now that we're back, I do plan on trying to finish the crown molding today. If not, finish it up tomorrow. In a little bit, me and Ben are gonna get started and we're gonna keep going in the living room. Definitely taking longer than I thought, but it's looking good so far. The next day. It's around 8 a.m. now. I have today off of work, which is great. So the goal is to finally wrap up and complete the crown molding, hopefully. I know I still have to paint and stuff, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get it all done today, but I do know we can get the rest up and get all the caulking done at minimum. That's the goal. We're going to head back to Lowe's though to get more caulk because I ran out last night, and then we did run out of materials, so we need one more piece of the trim. So far it's looking great. We're gonna have some breakfast and then head to Lowe's.
say it's a man thing. Babe, I want.
Okay, so that wraps up today's video. I hope you all enjoyed seeing the process of us installing crown molding in our living room, as well as doing some thrifting / antiquing for the house. It's been a really fun weekend. Definitely a lot of work. I'm very exhausted, but I'm really happy with how the crown molding looks right now. Only a few spots like really need touched up on, so I'm gonna do those throughout this week. But overall, it's done, and I love what I found at the antique store, so it's been a great weekend. I hope you all enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure to subscribe so you do not miss out on the next video. And I guess with that, I will see you all in the next one. Bye.